Life is perfect today. I wouldn't want to spend it any other way than like this. Life is perfect with you. Life is perfect today.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Coach Bobbi, and I'm a self-empowerment, life transition, and relationship specialist. For those who know me, they do so from the 12 Steps to Self-Empowerment page and Growing Up 40, my new page on Facebook. Today, I come to you, no hair, no makeup, no worries. Me in the raw. I wanted to connect with you and take this opportunity to connect with you, as next week we have Valentine's Day coming up. My business is all reflected around falling in love with your life, and it is such a prerequisite to be able to find that love within and that love for self before you can then go and direct that love or find that love from others or in your life around you. I wanted to share a little bit of my own story in relation to finding love, and also share some knowledge and insight into how that can happen more effectively. Now, it does matter who you choose to be or who you are when you are looking for that special person to come into your life. And by that, I don't mean it matters what you look like, what you do for a job, or how financially stable you are. What I mean is, who do you choose to be? What do you believe truly about yourself, about you deserving love, and about you being capable of receiving that love into your life? Often we will have beliefs that we carry with us that really boil down to the fact that we don't necessarily believe that we are lovable or worth loving, because we don't tend to display that towards ourselves. But when you are searching for that someone special, you really need to figure out, who are you being to create your current circumstances? Are you being someone who says, I am loved, I am lovable, I love myself? Is that what you truly believe? Once you are being that person who does deserve love, you then will go on to do what needs to be done to attract that love to you. You'll be living as your authentic self. You'll be shining brightly as the beautiful being that you are, and you will then have that love drawn into your life, whether it's from another person, whether it's from your friends, whether it's from other relationships, or whether you just embrace life and really learn to love life. Now, let me share some of my own story with you. Many of you who have read my books or are involved on the 12 Steps to Self-Empowerment Facebook page and the Growing Up 40 page will know that I was in a relationship for nearly 20 years that was totally unfulfilling. I was married when I was young because I basically thought I had to. Who else will want me? Let's get married so you're safe and so you're secure and you have that comfort that you are so desiring. So I got married when I was really young. I didn't identify later on that I chose to get married young and have that safety, security, and comfort because I was trying to replace the home environment that I had lost suddenly when my mother passed away when I was 16. So in effect, I was searching for someone else to replace her and give me that safety, security, and comfort that I was so desiring. At that point in time, I did not know that that had to come from within. So I got married and I spent many years in an unsupportive, unfulfilling marriage. I felt trapped. I was working at a job that I didn't love, and I felt that I was living in a coma day after day, just going through the motions. It really wasn't working for me. Now, I can't blame my ex-husband because it was the choices that I was making to stay in this relationship. And at that time, I really didn't have the awareness, the drive, or the courage to move out and away. But when I was 36, it dawned on me one day that I could stay in the same unfulfilling place for the next 40 years or so, or I could move forward. It terrified me to think that I was going to be this unhappy for the rest of my life. So I decided to take a giant leap of faith and to move out of that marriage. Now, it didn't happen overnight, and in fact, it took my ex-husband to have affairs to actually create this massive earthquake and force me out of that relationship. I had known for about 5 years or longer that I wasn't supposed to be in it, but fear kept me trapped. And so it took infidelity to force me to leave and move on. But that was okay. It needed to happen. The thing after that, you think I would have gotten the key learning in all this and moved on really successfully. What happened next was I went into another relationship that was pretty much the same. It wasn't meeting my needs. It wasn't serving me in the way that it was supposed to serve me. I stopped that relationship, and then the most amazing thing happened. I brought everything back to me, and I asked myself the question, what have you been doing? Who have you chosen to be for the last 20 years that is drawing these inappropriate relationships into your life? Now, I thought about that, and I thought about that for weeks. And finally, things started to come into place where I could see what I had been doing time after time after time, what I had been believing about myself, life, and others to draw that kind of relationship. My goodness, at the time I didn't love myself. I didn't think I was deserving of anything great to happen. So this is why I was drawing that into my life. I got rid of that relationship. I understood the key learning. I knew what I had been doing myself to draw that into my life. So then I started to make a plan. Okay, if I have been this powerful in creating unsuitable partners in my life, if I let that go, I can be just as powerful in turning it around and coming from a place of believing that I am deserving of love, that I am worthy of love. So then I got writing. I wrote down on a sheet of paper everything that I wanted in a man. And it was a bit of personal stuff and that he was like this and like that. And I basically wrote down my dream man, and I put that piece of paper to one side. The funny thing was that after that period of time, I had created a life where I was quite happy and quite fulfilled. I had left the unsuitable partners behind. I was now in a beautiful new home with my 2 daughters, and I was okay and I was happy because I knew that even though I didn't have a partner in my life, I was living according to what I needed, and I was living according to or with the amount of self-love and self-respect, strength, focus, purpose, passion, and everything that I needed to fill my own happy tank up and love myself. I was okay. And I think because I was in a place of being okay with who I was and I truly loved myself, that I felt, well, if someone does come into my life, that's going to be an added bonus because at the moment, I'm happy. I'm working in alignment with what I love. I love my children. I love my home. I love my community. And most of all, I love myself. So finding a new partner was going to be the cherry on this cupcake that was beginning to emerge as my amazing life. But the thing is, it only took a few months for this person to turn up. And in effect, now I look at him and I look at my life, and he was the type of person that I was always supposed to meet. He matches what I believe to be true about myself now. And it's interesting because I look back on my marriage and that subsequent relationship, and I can see I just drew the type of person who was mirroring how I felt about myself at the time. But once I changed how I felt about myself, once I changed my beliefs, thoughts, feelings, and actions, and made them more loving towards self, I was able to draw this most beautiful man into my life that mirrors how I feel about me. And it's wonderful because this man is kind and nurturing and funny and compassionate and giving and generous and sweet. All the things that I aim to be for myself first and foremost these days. So this is my take on Valentine's Day. Really try and consider, who are you being to draw what you are drawing into your life at present. If you want some help discovering what you're doing that is enabling you to have a life that you don't think is really the life that you want to live, contact me. We can have a breakthrough coaching session and we can work through the why as to why you're doing what you're doing to attract unsuitable relationships. For all those who are in an amazing relationship with a person who truly reflects the image of love for self, I say congratulations, well done, and have an amazing Valentine's Day. To everyone else, please know this to be true. You are beautiful souls. You are worthwhile, you are special, and you very much do matter. If you woke today with breath in your lungs and a beating heart, there is purpose and meaning to your day. You are valuable. You are an intricate stitch in the weave of energy that makes a universe. You are needed here at this time, and you do deserve love. If you would like to contact me, simply email Bobbi at askcoachbobbi.com or join me on the pages 12 Steps to Self-Empowerment or Growing Up 40. I look forward to speaking with you soon. Bye, everybody.
Life is perfect today. I wouldn't want to spend it any other way than like this. Life is perfect with you. Life is perfect today.